now without making a lot of noise. I say as I make a lot of noise. Hello everybody, my name is Kelsey and we're about to get very, very nerdy with facts about me. So if you remember a couple weeks ago, I did a video thanking all of you lovely people for getting me to 100 subscribers, but I didn't know how to celebrate. So I asked you guys what you wanted. Some of you guys said, well, let's learn, fun bookish facts about you. Some people said, let's do a Q&A. Someone said, let's just learn normal facts about you. So I didn't know what to do, so I did both. So I'm going to go through 20 facts about myself. 10 will be bookish and 10 will not be bookish. And I'm just gonna jumble them all up and you can learn about me, because that's interesting. I don't know. We're just gonna go on now. Number 1. Everyone has their auto-buy authors, or the people that they will buy a book for no matter what. But no one really talks about kind of the topics that they buy. For me personally, those things are anything that is compared to Harry Potter, if it has to do with Jane Austen, or about a Jane Austen book. If it has to do with Tudor England, Queen Elizabeth, Elizabethan England, anything in that kind of realm, I will not think twice. It will be in my hands and it will probably be in my cart as well. And another thing is books that are retellings of Disney stories or stories that I enjoy. Number 2, I keep my textbooks from college, most of them. Unless I've rented it, or it's biology and I just couldn't stand it and had to send it back, I probably still have it. There are multiple books in my nonfiction section of my bookshelf that I have from college that I don't know if I'm ever going to actually read the full thing of, but I can't part with them, or I really enjoy the topic, or it's in my major and I don't feel like I can. So I find it really hard to part with textbooks from college. I love letter writing, like old-fashioned pen and paper, put a stamp on it, send it in the mail, letter writing. It's one of my favorite things to do. If someone sends me something, within a reasonable amount of time, I will send them something back, or at least try to. And I love the correspondence that you find. It's so one-on-one, it's so personalized. You know that they took the time to think about you and said, I want to ask them how they're doing. And a simple text would have done it, but they took the time and wrote out this lovely letter. Also, stationery is amazing. 4, I have an irrational fear of opening cans. Like soda cans, like the little aluminum cans. Yeah, those terrify me. I'm afraid I'm gonna cut myself on them. So usually whoever I'm with will have to open it for me. 5, I'm a Hufflepuff. Through and through. There is no way I am not a Hufflepuff. The more I think about it, the more it just makes sense. I was really upset when I was first sorted into Hufflepuff. I didn't think it was really cool because no one really talked about Hufflepuffs. They're just kind of the forgotten house. I really wanted to be Ravenclaw, but the more I thought about it, the more I was like, no, this really just makes sense. You are a Huffle, as I call them. So I accept my Huffleness. Number 6, one of my all-time favorite TV shows is I Love Lucy with Lucille Ball and Desi Arnaz. I have every single season of the show except for the very last one, and it drives me crazy that I don't have it on my shelf, and it's so annoying, but I do have them all and I do watch them. Number 7, I have an unhealthy amount of bookmarks. They are all in this little pin that I keep right here, and there are lots. Look at this. I have so many, and they just keep growing. You can't even see half of them because they're all like hiding in there. So there are pieces of paper in here. There is a drawing that someone did of me that I've put scotch tape around so I can use it as a bookmark. There are bookmarks in here that are falling apart. Number 8, I am ridiculously organized. I like my books organized. I like all my shelves organized. Everything has to be in a very specific spot for me. Number 9, I write things, but I'm not a writer. I have poetry that I've written, and I have short stories that I've written since I was in high school and college, and even now, but I don't see myself ever becoming a published writer. I did minor in creative writing, and don't get me wrong, I love creative writing. And I do enjoy writing, I just don't think I can make a career out of it. It's more of a hobby. And for those of you who are on BookTube and you're trying to become published authors, that is amazing. I commend you so much because you are following that dream, and bravo to you for knowing what you want and, doing it. That's awesome, and I cannot wait to see all of your names on the shelves when I go to Barnes & Noble in the future. So congratulations to you. I just don't think I'm gonna be one of them. Number 10, I love Broadway so much. And that is all thanks to a well-known musical called Wicked. Wicked was the very first Broadway musical that I ever listened to. My parents had the soundtrack and I just devoured it. And when I was 16, they came to Atlanta and my parents got me tickets for my birthday and it was amazing. Musical theater is so much fun. I organized my books in alphabetical order by the author's last name, with a few exceptions. So everything, I've got these two bookshelves and I've got a kind of half bookshelf over there. These are where all of my books are, except for my Nancy Drew collection that is on my desk over there. But everything else is alphabetized by author's last name, except for the very top shelf on the little short one over there. That is all my nonfiction. I kept all my nonfiction together. But in my in the row of nonfiction, it is alphabetized by author's last name. This shelf is a little awkward. This is my hodgepodge. Right here is a mixture of poetry books and books that I've lent from the library and from other people. This is also where I keep the one graphic novel that I own. It's a long way of saying that I alphabetize by author last name. Number 12. I feel unwhole if I don't have the entire series. So if one book sounds interesting, I'm probably gonna get the rest of them unless it's like an 8-book series. Number 13. I have a happy jar on my desk. Now what that means is for an entire year, anything that good that happens to me, I'll put it in the jar. The goal is to open it on New Year's Eve and think about all of the good things that have happened to you in the past year and go into the new year with happy thoughts and good memories and then start all over and write all the good things that happened in that year. Number 14. I have a so real fear of blood. Let me explain. I have hypothyroidism, which basically means this little gland right here, that is your thyroid gland. Yeah, I don't have one. It's just so withered that you can't see it when you ultrasound my neck. It's not like life-threatening. I take medication for it, so we're all good. But to make sure that medication is working properly, I have to get my blood taken every single year. And because of that, I can't watch people dying in movies, TV shows, anything. I don't like needles. I don't like sharp objects. Ugh. I'm actually already starting to get lightheaded talking about this. So we're gonna move on to the next story, okay? Okay, I'm fine. I hate blood. Let's move on. Number 15. Both my parents were ballet dancers. No, you heard that correctly. Both of my parents were professional ballet dancers. They made careers out of doing ballet. That is awesome. I mean, they still are, in a sense. My mom teaches it. My dad does more with like scenery and lighting and stuff like that. But they did ballet and they were on stage performing. Yet none of their balance got transferred to me. How did I miss that gene? I feel like with double dose, I should have it, but I don't. I did have it when I was younger. It is now gone, and I would like to have it back because I hate falling into walls. It's very annoying, and it hurts. Number 16. I am an only child. They just decided that they didn't want any more kids. They were happy with me. That sounds bad. I don't mean that I think I'm so amazing. They just couldn't have any more kids after having someone as awesome as me. No, they just decided that they did one kid and they were okay with having that. Number 16. I work as a producer. Now I have mentioned that before on my channel, but I thought I would go into just a little bit more detail as to what that really means. I'm personally in charge of the morning show. I go in at about 11:30 at night and I'm there all night writing the show, and then we're on air for 2 hours, and then I'm over and I start working on the next day, or as much as I can before I leave, which is about 8:30, 9 o'clock in the morning. As far as responsibilities go, I'm in charge of finding stories. I'm in charge of basically putting them in the order that you see them in, and I'm also in charge of what you see on screen. Meaning that whether it's just the anchor you're seeing, whether it's the anchor with like one of those little boxes right here, and then it goes to video, and then someone is talking, and then it goes back to video. All of that is kind of how we call it showcasing the show. That's what I do. I make the things that you see on the screen, and the anchors come in and they definitely have their own ideas. It's not just me. It's definitely a team effort. But in a nutshell, producers write the shows. Number 18. I love old books. Number 19. I have a problem when it comes to finding an author that I like. If I'm reading a book and I really like that book, I'm gonna want every single thing that author has ever written, regardless of what the story is about. Because I enjoyed this one book, I think that that author is amazing. Whereas it might just be the story. It might not actually be the author. You're not probably going to enjoy every single thing that that author has written. But in my head, I'm like, this author's amazing. I need to get every single thing that she's ever written, she or he has ever written in the history of ever. No, you really don't. That's more of a confession than a fact, but there you go. Do what you will with it. And number 20, my favorite animal is a penguin. I love penguins. You can't see it, but there are literally 3 stuffed penguins on the top of these 2 bookshelves. And I'm counting around my room right now, and I just saw at least 20 things that were penguin related. And I'm sure, oh, look, there's one over there that I've already missed. 21 things that are penguin related. It's ridiculous. But yeah, I love me some penguins. Penguins are amazing. I think that's it. Those are 20 facts, both bookish and non-bookish, about me. I hope this was entertaining for you. Leave a little comment down below if there's anything that I said that resonates with you, or if there's anything else that you were curious about that I didn't answer. Thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed this video, give it a big thumbs up and subscribe if you want to be part of this awesome growing family we've got going on. I really appreciate every single one of you, so thank you so much for wanting to watch the things that come out of my face, because I'm a strange human being, and I know it, but it's okay, I'm aware. Thank you guys for being amazing and joining this family if you have already, or just stumbling upon this video. You guys are awesome. Thank you, and I will see you in a few days. Bye!